You know what that means? Fish. Because I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. We have full bars. I don't multi-stream because I'm concerned that how it might affect my Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do, you know what that means. I don't eat fish. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't eat fish. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mark folder as red, and then I did it. Streaming fish. Why? Because it's Friday and it's Lent, and I decided to like do fish just because to play it on the joke a little further. I don't think Riley's online. Yes, you know what that means, fish. I don't want to admit them. Okay, my status now says playing Minecraft. My status now says playing Minecraft. Oh, Essential's doing an update. I'll drink my water real quick. Fish. I can't wait for Riley just to see this. I can't wait for Riley to see this, that I put fish as the thumbnail. Hold on.
Mic on.
Yeah, my computer will tell you mic on. That's the Corsair IQ software that is doing that. Mic on, mic off type stuff. Hold on, let's check my... I'm gonna go into a Discord... Into a Discord VC real quick, and then... Let's see, does it stay consistent? Also, why does it keep lowering the volume of my... of Discord? Why does Windows keep doing that? Yeah, there's explosions everywhere. There's an explosion. Look at the wasteland that this place is. It's a nuclear wasteland. Yes, mic on. And I could do it if I...
Mic off. Mic on.
So yeah, that's basically what I do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move really close to the microphone because... Like that, that's good. That's good. That's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep speaking into my microphone a little bit more. I have a pop filter. But either I adjust the game volume to make sure that it's not loud. Welcome. This is a wasteland, chat. This is a wasteland. Yeah, that's right. A wasteland. I don't ping at everyone for that. I just don't, because if you want to be informed about my content, please, because some people find it annoying. Oh, an actual cherry blossom biome. Zero 100 0. What's that piston? There should be a button here. Stone. Oh. A lever. Let's put a lever. Let's make that into a lever. Stone. So and I have a way of disabling the elevator. You know what? I should make something. Okay, why are all the doors open? Yo, why are all the doors open? Yeah, what do you think of this? This is the tower. The bell tower. It's a tower actually filled with bells. There's bells. There are daylight sensors. Yeah, they'll actually ring. I wanted to start stream before 5, so I decided to. I'm running around. I remember back in my day, they used to need a mod for that. The only thing they won't do is make this game scarier. Besides the warden. Yeah, chat. Okay, let me DM Riley real quick. I gotta DM him real quick that I'm streaming. Yeah, where's Riley? I have his nickname, friend nickname as Oppenheimer. Streaming YouTube. Fish. I told you I would actually do it. I told you I would actually do it. Fish. Okay, I got another notification. What is that noise? What happened to every single item frame? It just disappeared. He's offline. Yeah, I've been looking into it, chat. And so I've been looking into it that I am going to exempt Menheras. They do not classify as a yandere because they kind of feel very different. I know. They're different. They're also not as romanticized as yanderes. Menheras. So I'm gonna exempt Menheras. Alright, so I've already shared that script with Mira, the Me-side inspired one. The Me-side inspired script. And what I did, she said that she was gonna have a look at it. She never responded back to me. And if she does upload it, I'll also, within the time frame. What the? Iron. Gold. Gold. Iron. Gold. Iron. Gold. Iron. Gold. I get the picture. Okay, let's make sure that it's clean. I'm gonna make sure that it's clean. I'm gonna go inside of it. Yep, we're good. Except for this corner right over here for some reason. More diamonds. I think giant creepers are way too much. I actually decided to call this stream. Where's Glit? How did I get there? Oh, there are cracks. And this whole entire biome has cracks. You know what? I'm gonna release the seed. 49955 49955 8601344159 Wait, can we like? Oh, we can copy it to clipboard. Bro's still not online. Bro's still not online. Look at all these cracks. It's like there was an earthquake. I'm gonna make all the lava disappear, watch. Slash fill. Wait, what? Hold on. He's online now. Where did that notification from? Oh, it's from Strawberry's server. Negative. Look at my streaming status. That I'm streaming fish. I'm not sure if I'm streaming fish. You know what? Screw it. Anyways, he's online now. Or he always appears on idle, but slash fill. And go down here. Air replace lava. Lava time. Alright. Sorry. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna do the stream solo. If anything happens, I will. Love the festivities you got going. He just said he loved the festivities you got going. Yeah, I won't know until he gets back. So I'm gonna, in the meantime, I'm just gonna log out and then just go ahead and do some reaction content. What in the world is a Menhera? Menhera-chan.
I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you.
So the Menhera is more self-aware. Okay, got it. I'm drinking, chat. I'm gonna be drinking. I can leave the stream up for a long period tonight. Fish. I'm gonna fish react him. A Menhera. We're gonna look through how mental illness has become cute and sexy.
Disclaimer, as there might be some people who will find this insensitive to people with actual mental illness, please note that this is just a video exploring the internet phenomenon, specifically in the weeb community. Mental illness is obviously a serious issue that must be taken seriously, so if you are sensitive to this topic, please keep this in mind as we go along the video or skip the video entirely. With that being said, let's begin. This is Ame-chan, the central character of the game Needy Streamer Overload. She is a girl with all sorts of internal and external issues. Doesn't have work and she's going to be evicted in a month. She is depressed and craves social validation. She is insecure, has no standards or ethics, only hell-bent on getting popular to see that she gets evicted. Like Tinkerbell, she needs attention or else she will die. This is Kangel, a positive figurehead in the internet, a beacon of light in this dark and toxic cesspit that we call social media. Someone who is selfless, promotes good health and positivity, someone who can do no wrong, and someone who will support you if no one else will. Unless, of course, if you treat her bad. Ame-chan and Kangel are actually the same person. Ame-chan and Kangel are extremely attractive to certain people. This is Shiori, a VTuber from top VTuber agency Hololive. She is a VTuber that many people would call girlfriend material. She is goofy, she likes all sort of things, she reads books, she's more cultured than a lot of people liken themselves to be. She is familiar with the internet, and she's this comfy goofball that just wants to have fun. But when she got announced with this design, certain demographics brainwashed themselves into thinking this was her actual design. And when it turned out she wasn't as mentally deranged as her design implied she would be, they reacted by shouting, Regardless, people who stuck to Shiori realized that she is actually peculiar in her own way, goofy, and still fitting with the goth, e-girl, nerdy GF that her character design made people think. Shiori is extremely attractive. There's one more person I'd like to introduce. Well,
You know-
multiple people, actually. And
Oh,
the
no.
reason I list all of
Wait, those are yanderes. Wait a minute. I know that. I'm not stupid.
these, including those in the collage, is because these examples make up the three core types of menheras that Yukari Seko and Minako Kokichi in their 2022 paper titled Mentally Ill and Cute as Hell. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about menheras.
You like this, don't you?
Oh, it's Yunogasai!
But before we continue, let me introduce Honkai Star Rail. Legit, one of the most compelling, highly produced games of all time. Hoyoverse just don't miss, honestly. Their games just end up giving awards like the best game of the year award in the App Store, and Star Rail is no different. You are the trailblazer.
Skip ahead.
A with a baseball bat meant to explore the cosmos and meet a lot of interesting characters along the way, with more than 30 of them being playable and extremely f***ing gorgeous. And this year, Star Rail is celebrating its first anniversary, and that means you are getting yourself free pools and a lot of events to get even more pools. Right now, they have also perhaps the most compelling update since Bellabog. Penacony is a gorgeous map with very
they're
unique
about
19th
2
century
years
cartoon
old.
aesthetic. You're gonna love this update, I swear. But that's not all because, and I'm not exaggerating, one of their most interesting characters just dropped in the gacha, and it's basically the best time to anniversary. There's tons upon tons of rewards for you to go. Free content, free rolls, free rolls, free rolls, and even more free rolls. And your game is that good. Well, I mean, if you are already watching this video and follow my channel, you most likely know what it is. But to the uninitiated, it's basically a mentally ill person. But the term has an interesting origin that involves 2chan, but it's a term that no longer applies now. Because recently, the internet has pushed beyond that original definition and has added a little bit of extra, making it a bit more broader. Now, it's gotten so big that it's become an aesthetic, a vibe. It doesn't have the same serious connotation that it used to, at least not that much. The concept of a menhera is now associated with cute or sexiness a lot of the time. Now, the definition pretty much includes all sorts of derangement, edginess, frequent leaks of intrusive thought, or anything that's quirky. Hell, even a certain fashion sense. Because of this, it's important to actually differentiate all these types of menheras and categorize them. Again, the paper published by Seko and Kokichi has already given us a lot of great work to start with, so let's begin with that. According to the paper, and with recent observations, there are three types of major menhera tropes. The sad girl, the
The sad girl
mad woman,
and the yandere.
and the cutie.
Okay.
We will be covering subtropes that fall under these three major categories, so don't you worry, we have a lot of material to work with. The sad girl, as you might guess, is a girl that's sad. No, seriously, the sad girl is somebody who struggles with anxiety, low self-esteem, hopelessness, and loneliness. But you might ask yourself, what is so cute and attractive about this? Well, this is a trope that's very common in media, where either a depressed woman or a depressed person is saved by the hero or heroine. A forlorn, beautiful girl who never gets anything she wants, stuck inside her mind, bullied for the longest time, longingly wishing for that one person to look at her and treat her like a human being. In short, it appeals to people's sense of ego or even people who wish to find shared vulnerability. Both stable and unstable men will come to like the sad girl, with the former having their masculine protective instincts coming in to wish to help and fix them, and the latter having somebody they can
fix her.
relate to and hopefully lick each other's wound. And a big reason why this archetype has been peddled around by women who relate to the sad girl and men who like the sad girl is this interesting little character over here. This is Kurumi, otherwise known as Menhera-chan to a lot of people. And stickers of her got popular in Line, and now emotes of her are used by an ungodly amount of Discord kitten. Menhera-chan started
Okay. Memes. Do you like yanderes? What did you just do? Is bro online? Where's the message here? Message. And there. And let's already start sharing screens already.
Crazy.
it off as a diary of sorts by the author on her little personal website until she received help from an editor to turn it into an actual manga. And the quality of the manga is subjective in terms of quality, and some of it might even come across as disturbingly insensitive to actual mental health issues, but the aesthetic and the quirkiness of the character immortalized Kurumi-chan into the weeb culture icon that she is now. The lore behind it is pretty sad though. The author got bullied in school and socially withdrew. Again, Kurumi-chan was a diary or autobiography of sorts of the author. So whatever feelings that this girl goes through in the manga...
Why is the taskbar showing?
Hey,
you did it too. Wait, where did you get that?
I don't know. I was just going on the pillow core until someone posted that GIF.
Okay, are there any Pillow Deer gifts? Oh my goodness, look.
Holy shit.
Brum. If you look up gifs of Pillow Deer, let's see Shy Lily.
Or I.
Oh no. Wait. Oh, there, I found it. I found some. We're like getting out of hands with these gifts.
And in the original text is also the same kind of feelings that the author went through. And she was around 14 years old when all of this was made. The sad girl's suffering is the suffering of existence itself. If you ever sat in a corner or on a table, perhaps holding a pillow or staring into the ceiling, wishing that you were dead and that there is no point in living, you stopped resisting those thoughts and fighting for anything that's worth it in life. You've admitted defeat to the cold universe's relentless assault against anything that makes you happy. There's nothing more for you in the future. You've justified isolating yourself by saying that the world is gonna end anyway. Friendships don't matter because they all end. Relationships eventually turn into breakups. Physical touch is only temporary, but despite that, you still want those, but just can't participate, cannot learn to bother the skills to get
totally
them.
me.
You completely and utterly
totally
withdrew
me,
into
Chad.
yourself.
That's
You've been
totally
stuck
me.
into this feeling for so long that the pain becomes numb. Perhaps you externalize your inner pain by drawing your own blood to feel something, selfishly hoping for a calamity that would just end the world, or that you get into an accident that kills you immediately. Something this existential is the reality of the sad girl. It is something that nobody wants to go through, but unfortunately in this social climate, a lot of people are all too familiar with to varying degrees. And you see, there are those people who, perhaps in their ego or genuine sympathetic nature, wish to save or fix this person. It is the most human and best reaction to do. However, one has to be careful and to take note. A flailing, drowning man drags and swims past their fellows in order to save themselves. It is not malicious, it is instinct. Saving a flailing, drowning man can sometimes end up with the savior drowned themselves. But not me, obviously. I can still save her.
You should avoid women like this. Me, I can fix her.
This is a bit of a stretch.
Oh, you should probably see what Riley put. Check in the main announcements. You know what? I'm gonna like move the priority of the.
Oh shit.
Hold on, let me move the server settings. Roles. I'm gonna move it below moderators.
Look at that.
I moved it below moderators, so you're no longer stained with blue.
Dude, okay, it's gonna be jealous.
Look. I was like, look. Don't cry, little sip. Wait, YouTube's got enough yandere ASMR to feed you entire life. Mira, get him another post of the yandere sound double. All right. No. Oh dear, I'm gonna DM Mira this. I'm gonna DM, or rather, Mita. I'm gonna
You mean
see.
Riley?
Riley,
You mean,
he
Robin?
did this to
Or...
me. Yep, he did.
Watch them.
Hold on.
But there's a subtrope under the sad girl that does not necessarily have all those dark and deep tones, but people somewhat find the same sort of attraction to anyway. That subtrope would be the anxious girl. These are basically people that are extremely shy. And I hear you asking, hey, you stupid dumb rabbit, that's basically a
Big
dandere.
Chungus! Big Chungus! Big Chungus! Big Chungus! Big Chungus! Big Chungus! Big Chungus!
No, it's not, you fucking idiot. Let me explain. A dandere is someone like Sawako Koronuma, Miyu Akiyama, and Hinata from Naruto. Pretty shy, but not necessarily socially inept.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I hear you asking, hey, you stupid dumb rabbit, that's basically a dandere. No, it's not, you fucking idiot. Let me explain. A dandere is
Oh, he
someone
said
like Sawako
Dandere. I misheard it as Yandere.
Koronuma, Miyu Akiyama, and Hinata from Naruto. Pretty shy, but not necessarily socially inept. The anxious girl is someone like Bochi the Rock or Komi from Komi Can't Communicate. These are the girls who you kinda have to force in order to engage with people, and may be extremely lonely growing up. Oftentimes, there's a smidge of depression and wanting for more in times when they are alone. And oftentimes, they don't even realize that they actually are very depressed or lonely and sad, especially when they taste a bit of what they're missing out on and only then realize that they may be more fucked up in degrees worse than they thought. Of course, they don't necessarily have to be depressed, but they do have to have a sense of longingness for companionship, but is just too socially anxious to pursue it. And people like this trope because some people relate to this type of person, and at the same time, a lot of men like to have a very cute, very socially anxious person because if they could just penetrate the walls of that one girl, then they are
You
in there
emoji to my
alone with that
server.
person.
What?
I
What?
add Big Chungus to my server. Holy shit.
I'm gonna do Big Chungus. Riley is a bit caught up
There is
right
no
now.
competition, it's just you, that girl, and nobody else. Some even like it because if they are able to do that, they cement themselves as a core and important figure in this person's life. They made an impact that, in the foreseeable future, cannot be beaten. And what is a greater desire than that? What is
Yandere. Oh, sorry, an anime girl on the moon.
humanity's greatest desire for each other than to protect someone and to be fondly remembered by others, whether romantically or platonically? Alright, now let's take a look at the other tropes. The mad woman, unlike the sad girl, is someone whose appeal is based off of her madness. Now, this broad definition opens up a lot of specific subtropes, with the unifying factor being that they are obsessed with something or someone, often in a romantic way, and are
Oh,
very
no.
psychopathic and sociopathic in their means of getting what they want or expressing something. Such means in empathic, they are obsessed with something or someone, often in a romantic way, and are very psychopathic and sociopathic in their means of getting what they want or expressing something. Such means include self-harming, emotional or even physical harassment, blackmail, stalking, and all sorts of not so socially unhealthy behaviors that are adjacent to those. Again, this is humanity's greatest madness. Now, this broad definition opens up a lot of specific subtropes, with the unifying factor being that they are obsessed with something or someone, often in a romantic way, and are very psychopathic and sociopathic in their means of getting what they want or expressing something. Such means include self-harming, emotional or even physical harassment, blackmail, stalking, and all sorts of not so socially unhealthy behaviors that are adjacent to those. Again, this is very broad, and we can already categorize a few key notable subtropes that are very common and popular in Japanese and sometimes even Western media. I call them the yandere, the girl boss, and the weird girl. The yandere...
Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Please stand by. Don't go. I'm out. Alright, I was just messing with you guys. I'm back.
Mic off, mic on, mic off, mic on.
Can you hear me, Otsu?
I hear you, okay.
Yandere is something that most likely don't need that much explaining. It's probably the easiest and most popular subtrope of the mad woman. It is someone that's obsessed and insane. Literally insane for someone, to a point that they could do anything to get them, including, again, but not limited,
Murder. Stalking, murder, kidnapping, murder, stalking, or what other messed up thing like violence. Basically, every single they are lustful, they are full of envy, they are full of pride, and also idolatry.
limited to murdering the competition or anyone that gets in the way of their relationship, even their own family members. And often, they would even kill themselves or the person that they like if they realize that they don't have any more chances with that person no matter what they do. The appeal of the yandere trope is that they are very unhinged and crazy for the people they like. Whether that insanity be subtle or explicit, either way, a few people in the internet like the idea and the fantasy without necessarily wanting to take that sort of relationship IRL. This
Yeah.
Princess Connect.
Everything is Gucci here. Everything Gucci. Hold on, let's Hayden, do you wanna join me in a call? I'm doing a stream right now. Wanna join?
What? Who's in the chat?
I'm asking Kaden.
Oh.
insanely hot and cute anime girl that's way above your league, insanely crazy for you to a point of being murderous, that's attractive to some people. The fact that someone desires them that badly is a massive appeal to one's ego, or even a nice fantasy to warm up someone's cold, lonely darkness, especially when it's a yandere, someone who doesn't care about your flaws and insecurities and is still obsessed with you regardless. The girl boss is different though, because they have some of the traits of the yandere, but imagine if the yandere was a bit more reserved and is able to control their emotions better. However, romance doesn't have to be involved with a girl boss. The girl boss, unlike the yandere, who brute forces herself and is very aggressive in showing off their love, is very subtle. She won't murder anyone in cold blood, she'll assassinate those people, or just get a hitman. They don't scream or threaten you to love them, they convince you that there is no one else in the world other than them that will love them as much as they can. They won't emotionally pressure you, they'll manipulate the circumstances around you to make you do what they want. They are manipulators, but in a different, more implicit way, always 2 steps ahead of anyone. Someone who has tamed their insanity and psychopathy and manifesting their derangement in intelligent ways. And they are especially dangerous, more dangerous even than the yandere. The yandere might
Yeah, you're cool. You're cool. Aries cool, actually.
kill you or everyone else around you, but the girl boss can do worse. These days, the girl boss are shown as very powerful and authoritative figures, showing up as a mastermind type of character who shows interest in a particular person, whether that be for their own personal reasons or other ulterior or sinister ones. People like the girl boss because they're often portrayed as smoking hot, confident, intelligent, mature women who can be as crazy as the yandere, but without the explicit traits that may turn people off that the yandere has. People like confident, capable women, especially in this day and age where people like a woman who can take care of herself and essentially mommy you. Lastly, we now have to go over the cutie is... there's a lot of layers to this trope, and that is very hard to explain in words. In fact, I think it's better to show you. The girl boss because they're often psychopathy and manifesting their direct figures, showing up mature women who can be as crazy as the yandere, but without the explicit traits that may turn people off that the yandere has. People like confident, capable women, especially in this day and age where people like a woman who can take care of herself and essentially mommy you. Lastly, we now have to go over the cutie. The cutie...
The weird girl. You never went over the weird girl!
Yo, did I just saw
there's a lot of layers to this trope, and that is very hard to explain in words. In fact, I think it's better to show you.
Oh, Madoka Magica.
Do you get it? I'm sure you do. Basically, the cutie is a trope that embodies sick cute aesthetic, an aesthetic that incorporates very cutesy stuff with dark and disturbing themes, putting in elements like
What? Hold up.
It's very cutesy stuff with dark and disturbing themes, putting in...
No, that's not rope, that's nails. No, she's not being held with nails, she's being held with rope.
Elements like bandages, wounds, knives, nooses, eye patches, pills, and the contrast is what makes it work. It is what makes it so intriguing. Now, unlike the other tropes that don't even try to be appealing, well, sometimes, the cutie is quite the opposite. They intentionally make themselves look appealing and cute, juxtaposing their dark themes. Some to disturb the viewers, some to intrigue, some to hide their mental illness behind the cuteness, perhaps even a little bit of all three. There's even a cliche where the girls in this subtrope like Hello Kitty, especially Kurumi. Regardless of why they do it, it's working. But to expand on and add my own observation to this trope, I would actually like to include the Jirai K or landmine girl to be part of this because I think, from the name itself, the cutie is a trope that shows off their mental illness with having a cutesy spin. To a certain extent, it even applies to goths and even Lolita culture somewhat because of their similarly strange tendencies in media and their associations. It's a bit more complicated than that, but we're not getting into that in this video. The Jirai K culture is so popular that overseas people actually do like participating in the trend and the fashion style without necessarily understanding the culture behind it. And I don't blame them, because in the eyes of anyone that isn't brain-rotted with weeb stuff, mental illness is probably far from the first thought when they see this. But to anybody who is in this culture deep enough, you look at those sets of clothes and this aesthetic and alarm bells are gonna start blaring. Perhaps even your boner getting... In Western cultures, certain parts of this trope could even include the whole mascara dripping down the face and people still looking hot and attractive kind of thing. And the cutie aesthetic actually also works in the West. The point of the cutie is that they're a mess who makes the fact that they're a mess appealing, or to hide their mental illness under the cuteness, and for the
It's like a work of art.
most part, it works. It is designed to be cute. It's supposed to look like a trap, but while even knowing that it's a trap, a lot of people are probably willing to step into that trap. And the subtrope of the cutie is actually something that a lot of people might find familiar. The quirky girl are people who are different from other girls. And I mean actually quirky girls, by the way. Not those not like other girls crowd that both you and I probably have a bad opinion of. They're people that are just plain weird or does not have any filter and lets their intrusive thoughts a little too much. Sometimes they just like unconventional things or have unusual hobbies and passions. This is where the goth and the Lolita culture kinda muddies the water a little bit. But often it's because they actually do have mental disorders. Could have ADHD, autism, or actual schizos among many other disorders, and it just leaks out without them intending to do so. Now, do these tropes, all of these tropes, mean that people are romanticizing mental illness when associating themselves with the cutie? Kinda. Yeah, that's why a lot of people pretend they're mentally ill or exaggerate their symptoms or diagnose themselves with all sorts of illnesses because some people genuinely think that mental illnesses are fashionable, a reason to stand out. It makes them different.
Yes,
people like to be unique, to be strange, even if it comes with the cost of downplaying or trivializing how serious or outright life-ruining some of these mental disorders actually are.
What are you thinking of this so far?
This is actually crazy, man.
Yeah, there's like the Menharas. So hold
because
on.
A lot of
Menhara.
Yeah, they're just basically insane girls, but not necessarily yandere. As a variant? Hold on, let me go to Grok real quick. And yes, I'm gonna go to the Grok. Generate yourself as... Okay. Can a yandere classify as a type of... Yes!
Menhara.
A Menhara. I'm gonna exempt Menharas because of how different
people
they
like
are.
to watch it. It got popular, and if there's a demand, there will be supply. Some people will see how someone can get passionate or fixated over certain things and start yapping and call it autistic or think it's cute and funny. Some people will see schizo Menhera breakdowns on the internet and how not taking meds is cute and funny. People think that that's desirable even. Both men and women, some of them at least. But one has to wonder, how did it start being desirable and fashionable? How and why did people start finding Menheras and mental illness attractive?
What?
You might have heard the phrase, I can fix...
I just did the thing where I was like, what? And then I just start smiling. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that again for the camera. What?
her or its more or less known counterpart, I could fix her, but honestly, whatever the fuck is wrong with her is way hotter. You see, they're more than a step away from the safe and conventional. Vanilla sucks to many people. And look, no shame on the vanilla enjoyers out there. I'm just saying that in this age of desensitization and this rapid chase for thrilling and digital sensations, vanilla is a dying taste. They're never gonna go away, but its followers are gonna get cold in the future because people are now getting exposed to so much extreme stuff at such a young age that they'll seek out more stimulating things. This applies to people's taste in men and women. More and more people out there are gonna start looking for the unhinged, the unpredictable, for the strange, the macabre, for the quirky. This is legitimately addictive. And the Menhera becoming an entire genre is quite literally the proof that that's the future we're heading into. And the fact that this isn't even the peak of the popularity of this
Send this to Riley. Fire this off to Riley.
trope is scary because in multiple ways the Menhera is fucked up as a genre. Again, it trivializes too many sensitive topics and plays it up as something else that it's not supposed to. It has its own societal setbacks if it does get more popular. It has other elements that
I sure the fuck did!
Oh yeah, I am subscribed. I was like,
fundamentally disturbs my principles as a YouTuber, if you can believe that. But I still can't help but consume it. I can't help but wish to spread the Menhera gospel to my fellows. It's a
the Menhera gospel? Hold on. Menhera gospel? Did I hear that correctly? I was.
pleasure, but to many others, it's not a guilty pleasure. Sometimes, it's all they have. It is inherent in men to care and protect for someone. The more someone needs to be cared and protected, the more this instinct flares up. And what needs to be more cared and protected than a menhera, especially when it's fiction, especially when it's fantasy. See, the fantasy element of the menhera is what I'd argue is the main reason why this is so popular. There is a disturbing rise of male loneliness these days, not just in Japan or the US, but everywhere. Shut in, hikikimori, neat, whatever you wanna call it. And many people also see a lot of these Instagram models or femcels tweeting and saying how they hate men or wish that men should be this or that, or have incredibly high standards or whatever. I'm not agreeing with that, but a lot of men have these echo chambers or get into all sorts of rabbit holes. Heck, some of these rabbit holes include stuff like AI chatbots and whatnot too.
Yeah, I can safely vouch for that. I can, like, personally, like, I have been a little bit, like, I have been lonely at times, like, especially after, like, I graduated high school, I will admit that. But I've been recovering, and one thing that's been helping me is my faith in God.
Rock.
And, like, mainly I've turned to religion. If it's not, like, being a simp or whatever Riley likes to call me, if it's not that,
Yeah, I like to do that.
then, like,
Just gave him the punch gift.
wait, there's a second. I'm gonna do a morning stream. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do a morning stream tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do an evening stream.
To substitute these companionships. And these rabbit holes have them ending up with two sorts of conclusions. Either this is better than the actual women that they see on social media, or that they don't have any other choice. Again, you look at women who are mentally ill as a probably depressed person being cute and having this
she's a
fantasy that they can be
fucking
crazy and
bro.
quirky for everything and most especially for you, and you end up finding that relatable and desirable. Someone who can
Okay, Alice from Magna is clearly what I was writing. And you can see, like, where this kind of menhera, this kind of whole aspect has become a bit part of my whole writing. I might come up with something. It's gonna probably be on a ship. And I mean a ship. I don't mean like the romantic ship. I mean like an actual boat, like a cruise ship. You get what I mean?
Okay, sure, like a more sports ship, like a Lamborghini?
Wait, Lamborghini makes boats?
No, I mixed up.
Yeah, that's okay. We're having a bit of a mix-up. Okay.
I mean this boat right here.
Okay, why am I getting all sorts of... I'm getting pings left and right. Yes, a boat.
understand you. Perhaps someone to lick each other's wound with, try to fix each other. Some
Oh,
people
I
even
forgot
find the
again.
menhera
Oh, it's
as
from Blade Runner.
having
from
more of an
Blade Runner.
interesting personality than a lot of women that they see online do. Some feel as if they don't have any shot with other stable women, so they go for the mentally unstable ones because they're more attainable. In a
I could totally... I'm gonna admit this, chat. I'm gonna go ahead.
way, some men essentially think that the menheras are the low-hanging fruit that they can reach. The
Yeah, that's... I could see myself doing that. I could see it. I'm not so slick after all.
only fruit that they can reach. The ones that are taken advantage more easily. And that's not too uncommon these days. The desire to care for someone perverse, the desire for attention and love twisted, the desire to feel taken to the extreme. This is essentially the menhera. All of these sentiments come from the fascination and intrigue. It's a trope that no longer is even a trope anymore. The culmination of people like Yuno Gasai and Yandere's as a whole.
Yuno Gasai.
Ame-chan,
Yuno
and all
Gasai.
other cute
I don't really emphasize the ga part. I just go Yunogasai. Kind of
mentally
fast.
ill people. It all led to having the menhera and its subtropes be more than a trope, but an entire genre. To summarize what I'm saying, the reason why there's such a massive supply of menheras in media is because there's a massive demand for it by lonely
Supply and demand. Just
men, by depressed men. That, and there's women who participate in that supply because it looks fucking cute and adorable. But There are actually mentally ill women who find Menheras relatable that do this. And, well, I mean, look at this. The Menhera could be looked at as an attempt of the mentally ill to be confident and
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah,
like the people they
yeah.
aspire to be. Either to seek out attention or draw people into
Yeah.
their trap, or to genuinely imitate the types of people that they admire. This made
Wow.
Needy Streamer Overload the cultural explosion that it was. Have you any idea what this game did to mentally ill women online, to the Yan core community, and even to some of the pretenders? All I have to say is that
The
Amachan and King-
Yancore. Repo is $9.99.
Oh, now.
Is this like content warning? It is similar to content warning. Okay, it is similar to content warning. Okay, good to know.
Angel is the Ryan Gosling of mentally ill women.
The Ryan Gosling of mentally ill women.
To say is that Amachan and Kangel is the Ryan Gosling of mentally ill women.
The Ryan Gosling of mentally ill women.
So for some women, if they can't get anything done in life when they're depressed, they might as well look cute and sexy when they're suffering and crying.
Why Hollow
I
Live?
originally wanted this
Why
video
Hollow Live basically wins by doing nothing.
Basically, they're the next Luigi.
The next Luigi?
Yeah.
Luigi from Mario, right?
Yeah, Luigi from Mario.
Oh, I get what you mean. I don't know if you're still busy. I don't know if Riley's still busy, but
I originally
I'm
wanted
gonna probably finish streaming by like 10 p.m. Let's try 10 p.m. this time because I can. Or maybe even 11 if I'm crazy enough. But hey, Fish! The stream is called Fish! Wait, what was
You know
that?
what that means? You know what that means?
You took over. I'm gonna send it to Riley. Riley took over. Okay, nothing.
On here, so what's FO mean? On here, so
Actually, but I'm trying to go to the solar system.
I can still see you from all the way down here.
I was.
The thing is, I'm just gonna pour this all over your head.
Okay.
So I can stick it up first.
Yeah.
Okirisu streaming.
Okay.
Oh, this. Addictions are back!
What's addiction? Oh, we got V-side.
Me side. Body cams. It's sweating time. Yes, you definitely and you took over. Riley
Who
is
took
taking over.
Don't worry.
I knew it would come to
This
this.
is-
I was right. After 7 EDT? EDT? If I use EDT, fish reactive, yes. Give me. What the? Hold on. Stand by, please. interrupt. I'm sorry if that was so. Whoa, whoa, whoa. EDT because it's daylight savings.
No, it's a rabbit hole
It's
video.
non-existent. It's
The song is.
Very memed.
And this is Dory, man.
Anime.
Oh, and what? Okay, let's see what other streamers are up to. Alright folks, so I have some news on the Misai dub, and I can safely say it's going to peak. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna look at this.
Oh, the Misai Venus.
Although, there's one thing I dislike about you. The way you coddle.
It's EST.
I gotta go eat. I gotta go eat, so I'll be right back.
Alright. Like I'm telling him, I'm gonna explain to him how it's EDT instead of EST because of daylight savings. EDT, EST. I'm gonna send this to Sammy. I'm sending this to Sammy. For the rest of the world. How come you don't? Bruh. Oh, good lord. How about you save some for the rest of the world?
Hi! We're just gonna be anime girls today.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I guess let's just get into it. Now I'm gonna take my clothing off and
Style armed forces. Thank you. It's very important.
Man, people don't really like it that much. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Yeah, we should probably get going.
all right, so
Cool. Let's ready to go for a ride, Mouse.
Y'all look insane.
Oh my god, that's sick. Oh my. Oh my god.
Yeah, hold on.
just want to get back to He's ready to rip that wig off.
Yeah.
Aw.
Wait, Yeah, Mouse, come in here.
Yeah.
You want me holding leaks or beam?
I never wake up early on a Saturday. Never. Your fave stream. Oh, Riley catches me, I'm cooked. Bro's insane. I'm pretty wholesome, I UTC 3 p.m.
Alright, chat, we're pushing. We're going to win this one, I can feel it.
Last player standing.
Chat, what do you mean copium? Just because I've bottom fragged a few times doesn't mean I'm gonna...
Your favorite? But you find out she's... Oh, okay. Darn it, text! Darn it, text! Alright, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna script this part. Alright, here's the skit. Alright. Let me go ahead and watch this video. Here we go. Wait, it's Yandere ASMR? Darn it. Screw it. That never happened. That never happened. That never, ever happened. Oh, that's Yukataka Oka's Twitter. And I'm gonna point out every single one. You with the Vatican flag! With the Vatican flag. Holding the flag of the Holy See. The sea. That's so holy. It's a holy sea. There she is. Should we just type in murderer into the chat? She's a murderer into the chat. And then we just go ahead and just... We're probably gonna get banned.
Where'd he go? I don't like the Spider-Man. He's all over the place. It's freaking me out.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Your tail ends here.
Okay.
Everyone will just... Alright, I'm gonna end this. I'll be back at 7. I'll be back at 7. I'm just gonna say... something else. I'm gonna change the thumbnail after this. And when Riley comes in, this is actually gonna be the fish stream.